And welcome back to News Channel 3 Live at Night. Adventure abounds when a young boy finds a corked bottle on a beach, and it takes him on a trip back in time.
I like this kind of book. I really do. I like the premise a lot. What Lies Beneath the Whirlpool of Time is the latest book from children's author Mary Gordon Kerr. It's a book Mary got help writing from none other than her readers. And Mary, welcome. Good to see you this morning.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here.
So how did you enlist the help of these very special and talented readers?
Well, I had written a book a couple of years ago that I came and spoke about last year.
Right, you did that like as a class project, right?
I did it as a class project. I would go in and I read the first chapter and then explain that I wanted them to help me write the book. So each week I would go back and read the next chapter, and we would talk about the plot and the setting and the characters, and then I would try to incorporate some of our discussions into the storyline.
And how exciting was that for them? I mean, could you see that sparkle in their eyes that they knew that they were going to be a part of something this big?
Absolutely. They really love it. They really encourage each other in their ideas, and when we run out of time and they're going off to PE or something, they're chasing me down the hall, tugging on my sleeve, saying, well, you could do this or you could do that. And so it's really a rewarding way to do it.
So your son, of course, still, was he involved in this book at all? Because you sparked that interest in him as well as his class.
Right. Well, my oldest son, it was his class when he was in second grade when I wrote The Mystery of the 13th Coin.
Right.
And so my younger son, when he got in second grade, he wanted me to do it in his class as well. So that's what we did.
Wow. All right. Now, explain to us, Mary, why fantasy adventure? I mean, was this a kind of a personal interest for you, or did the kids just really like the premise here even more so?
Well, I'm really intrigued by things about the sea, and so both of the books have something to do with that. And they were really interested in the idea of history, so I wanted to make it sort of a historical fiction novel. And so in this book, they actually, the kids in the book go back in time and they interact with kids that went to Mount Pleasant Academy in Civil War time, and they interact with the crew of a submarine called the Hunley, which was...
Sure, we know about the Hunley.
Right. So they love that. So that's how we did the fantasy thing, because to get back in time, you have to have something magical happen,
Kids
right?
just love that stuff,
don't
they? They just love going back in time and adventure and exploring.
They do. And both books started with something open-ended. In the first book, it began with the discovery of an unusual coin. And this book began with the discovery of something a lot like this in the ocean, an old corked bottle. And the boy in the book finds it at the beach, but he can't remove the cork. So he decides to take it with him on a field trip to a maritime museum. But when he gets there, he discovers that there's a security guard there that will do anything to get it from him. And so their adventure
And the question
kicks
is
off.
That's
That's right.
Oh my God.
So there's some mystery too.
She's good.
We have intrigue here for sure.
Did you notice a difference? A few years had passed. How many years between the first book with the class and this book with the class?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, so that's not really enough time to notice a difference in that age child.
No, I've found I'm actually
same.
working on another project again in a second grade class this year, and it's interesting how universal the ideas are. That they have a lot of ideas that they really gravitate toward.
But with this type of plot, I mean, there seems to be, you know, the possibility you could turn this almost into a major movie or something like that. Any talk there, or the kids, are they talking about it?
Well, I put together it's like a movie preview, but for a book trailer, and I go around and I show it at schools. In fact, last week I was somewhere where they showed it on a huge movie screen, and the kids all wanted to know, is this part of a movie?
I think we have a little video right there of some of the stars.
Right? That's right.
So they have, but there haven't been any nibbles at all? Because it really, from the plot, it sounds to us like the kind of book that should be made into a movie.
I think it would make a great movie, and the kids that see the book trailer all think it should be too.
I bet they do. Now, Mary, a lot of folks are going to find out where you're going to be today. I know you're making a few stops around the city.
You read at various schools, right?
I'll be at a couple of schools, and then I'll be at Davis Kid tonight at their Home for the Holidays event at 6 o'clock.
All right.
I have that information up right there in the screen.
And you're
tonight
already
at 6.
working on another one, so we can expect you back next year?
That's right.
Awesome.
All right, Mary, don't forget about us.
Gordon Kerr.
Look forward to having you back.
I won't. Thank you so much for having me.
Great book for sure.
Love it.
All right.